Ow. I'm struggling a little bit here, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. Hello. Oh, Amy. Yes.
It's worked! I've made it.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, for anyone who is watching on the outside, I'm just in the sun bedroom at the gym. I know. Oh, look, it's like sunbed at the side of me. So normally I would be at home doing this, but I've had to pick my cousin up from the gymnastics centre across the road. So unfortunately, I didn't have time to kind of run home, get my laptop, come back. So I've tried to work it on my phone, and it wasn't even letting me invite you then. And I was like, oh my goodness, like
Okay.
stress level 1,000.
Aww.
You know me, I'm like the worst person for like panicking as well.
It's sorted.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So, hello to everyone watching. Sarah, I know you'll catch up, that's absolutely fine. So tonight, obviously, we wanted to do a bit of a Q&A with you. It's like the most awful lighting angle for me, but absolutely fine.
Listen, let's not worry about angles because I'm the same, right? I'm in the office, it's really noisy, everyone in the office is doing stuff, and yeah, it's just
Right, turn the sunbed on and have like 5 while we...
the sunshine going.
Yeah. I've got a little bit of a tan butt thing here. I might put that on in a minute and just... I'm not imagining it'd only be one side of my face, wouldn't it? So obviously, like I say, it was just kind of a Q&A, just to kind of catch up from your experiences with me a little bit and just kind of how you've got the amazing results that you've got with the online sessions, really. So I'm going to dive straight in.
Okay.
I can't remember the questions that I'd sent over to you, so we're just going to have a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I say, it was just, where were you? Because obviously you joined on the 5-day challenge initially, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I joined the 5-day challenge at the end of October.
End of October already. Like, where's that time gone? That's crazy.
Blown.
So, where were you at that time of joining the 5-day challenge? Like, you know, what goals did you want to achieve? What had you tried before? And how were you feeling about it?
So I think the best way to sort of describe it, when I sort of came to you at the end of October, my best friend was just about to get married, and I was maid of honour the following week. And I did the 5-day challenge, and just was amazed by it, to be honest with you. For one, I've tried every single like fad diet that's going, and actually underneath my chair behind me is I pulled out a basket to show you all those crappy meal replacements that I had bought and invested in lots and lots of money. And I tried everything. I've been dieting since I was like 16, and I've done Slimming World, I've done Weight Watchers, I've done cabbage soup, I've done no carbs, I've done all the carbs, I've done 3-day diets, I've done meal replacements, I've done the whole absolute load of them. And I think when I got to sort of join the 5-day challenge with you, I was just didn't know where to turn for the best. I didn't know what was what. I had no idea. Like, I thought food was bad, and I thought you could only have this food, and you could only do this, and you couldn't have that, and you could only... And I had such an unhealthy relationship with food, and having tried everything, I think I was just a bit lost. And you know, that first call with you where I went to, look at my basket of food.
No, I will never forget you pulling out that basket of all them shakes. We need to throw that back. We need like a ceremonial burning of them shakes.
You know what? It happened. It did happen, definitely. And you know what? And I will never, ever, ever waste my money on any of that crap ever again. And I have to say that for me, that like just coming to sort of have the coaching sessions with you and everything else completely changed my life, completely changed my perspective with myself, completely my relationship with food and with exercise. And do you know what as well? I think it 100% it gave me a newfound confidence that I haven't felt for a very, very long time. And if I'm being honest with you, I thought, it's going to be online, and what am I really going to gain from it, and all the rest.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, I feel like I've had you with me literally like every step of the way, like almost like you're my next door neighbour. You're just there. Do you know what I mean? And that's been a beautiful thing. It really has.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Definitely. And obviously you finished that 5-day challenge. We did have that talk, and we kind of came on to the one-to-one coaching, didn't you, where we had like a call every week. And like for me, especially, like I even said to you on a couple of times, like I've seen your Facebook post change. Like I've seen your confidence grow because, you know, you were putting more selfies on, and, you know, you were putting a few more photos in your outfits and feeling, yeah. So it was nice for me to see that change in you as well, from my point of view. But yeah, it's nice that you felt like the coaching still came into you, because obviously you're in Essex, aren't you?
Yes,
Like there's no
yes,
good old
I know
Essex.
that's. So
So,
yeah, I'm in Essex. I was in Stoke for a long time. I lived in Stoke for 18 years.
yeah,
But actually, yeah, I linked in with you actually when I'd left Stoke, and I've been living in Essex now for about 18 months. And honestly, I cannot tell enough people like how wonderful it's been, and recommend people. And I've got my friends are now starting to follow you, and all those sorts of things to boost. But I think that 5 days doing that, you know, and even though you know you said it as a challenge, and don't get me wrong, it is a challenge, you know,
yeah,
it was one of those things where you're like, right, you know, you aren't to go hungry, you're not to feel deprived, there is nothing that's out of limits, everything in moderation, think about portion control. And it was just that idea that, do you know what, actually, if I want to have a jacket potato, I can have a jacket potato because it's not going to kill me. If I want to have a piece of toast with my baked beans on it and my poached egg, then that's okay. And it's the first time, probably since I've been about 16, that I've not had to think about, oh my God, I can't eat that. But at having things in moderation and just getting the movement in as well. And I'm the laziest person there ever could be. Like I am literally sat on this chair from 8:30 in the morning until 6 o'clock most nights, you know, but just actually that little bit of movement of just get those steps in. It just was brilliant, honestly, changed
yeah.
everything.
Because you did, from the following on from the 5-day challenge, you carried on with intermittent fasting and portion control. You never counted a calorie. I never told you to count any calories.
Never.
You've had Christmas in the whole time that you've been with me.
Yeah.
And you have gone out at weekends as well, haven't you? You know, it's not like you've been restricted and you've not been able to eat what you want or have a drink. So how's that been for you? Do you feel like that's been a complete turnaround?
Yeah. It was so liberating, because you're right, in between all of this we had Christmas, and so like over Christmas, I'm not gonna lie, I ate and I drank exactly what I wanted, but I tried to get out and do my steps as often as I could during that time of, amongst, you know, having family over and all the rest of it. And actually, you know, in the whole of Christmas, of the whole 2 weeks of me just stuffing my face and drinking and everything else, I only gained a pound because I kept moving. But also I think it did come down to portion control. So although I would eat what I wanted, I just have a lot smaller portions. And like,
Yeah.
right, I've never counted a calorie since I've been with you. You've never told me what I can and can't eat. You've never given me a diet. You've just basically, you know, coached me and supported me and said to me, fantastic, okay, let's think about what we're going to eat. And if you've got something coming up, just plan for it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can eat out and I don't feel guilty. And taking that guilt away is just, it's really liberating, like to not eat something and think, shit man, I've eaten this and now I feel really guilty. There's nothing to feel guilty about. It's food, it's to fuel your body and make you feel good. So, you know, like,
I mean, hearing you say that now is like, yeah, exactly that. Because obviously, like, from our first call, it was almost like you'd just completely given up. Like, you were like, nothing's going to work. I'll give it a go, but, you know, I've done the shapes, I've done this. What can possibly go wrong? And I know I can remember once when you said that your partner had said, well, you're all right having that. And you were going, no, it's all right. I can have what I want.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And obviously, because they are so used to us dieting and used to us saying, oh, no, I can't have this and I can't have that. You know, it's been nice for him to be able to see that you've had that turnaround as well, isn't it?
He's loved it because, you know, and every time that the shakes came out and every time that the powdered food and you add the hot water came out, he goes to me, for God's sake, woman, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I go to him, this is what I've got to do. And he goes, but you're so hungry and you're so miserable. And like, why are you doing it to yourself? And so for him to see me like this, and to see that I have been, my body shape has been changing, my mentality has changed, my confidence has changed, and all those sorts of things. And I don't have this relationship with food now where if I eat something that's bad, I then punish myself by starving myself for you know, the next 12 hours or whatever else. Oh my God, I had a chocolate bar. Oh my God, I can't eat now until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like, doesn't that, none of that is in my head anymore. Now it's all about making, you know, the right choices, the right sizes, keep moving, and just, you know what, be kind to yourself. I was broken when I first spoke to you. Like, I was so upset, so sad in myself.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my God, and I hated everything that I looked at. And like I say, through all of those, and through working with you and talking to you and doing the things that you recommend when you do the coaching sessions, and, you know, being kind to myself, and, you know, cutting myself a break, give myself a break. Actually,
absolutely,
it makes such a difference. It really does, honestly. And I cannot recommend it enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that was another thing that I was going to touch on, really. I think your whole confidence about yourself and how you talk about yourself and everything, because you were so shut off from that. You know what I mean? And now to hear you say, oh, I'm just getting these new trousers now, and oh yeah, I'll send you a picture, and just having that little bit of confidence is what we all want, really, isn't it? You know, we're not going to be, I mean, you've done amazing. It's like £11 down now. From what the last time we checked in, it was £11 down.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 35.5 centimetres you'd lost in total.
It blows my mind, and I think that was the other thing as well. We had this very frank discussion when I first started doing the one-to-one coaching with you, of, you know, right, what's your goals? What is it you want to do? You know, do you want to lose weight, or do you want to lose, you know, inches? And I said to you, you know what, I've kind of got to the age now, you know, I'm nearly 39, is that I actually am less concerned about my weight on the scales. For me, it's the inch loss. I want to see my body change shape. I want my clothes to fit nice, and that's how it is. So if that means that I lose a stone, and, you know, and that's as far as it goes, but everything fits me nicely because I've gone down a clothes size or two, then I will 100% take that. Or if it means I lose 2 stone and I get to that, then that's fine. But I'm not going to keep badgering myself to, oh my God, you've got to lose 3 pounds every single week for 3 years, because otherwise, you know, you drive yourself mental. So there was a lot of that with it as well. And I think that realistic goals, and like I say, being kind to yourself about those goals. You know, sometimes we have bad weeks, sometimes we have good weeks, and I think it's just taking that on board and not, you know, killing yourself over it.
Yeah, that's it. And like you say, you know, you've been out, and at first you were like, oh, you know, I've got this coming up, and I was like, it's absolutely fine, you can have them, and we will always have them. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to be that we've got something coming up, but it's allowing yourself to not feel guilty over it, isn't it?
That's it. And that's the thing, is that, you know, I like, you know, other diets and things that people, bad diets that they, hi Diane.
I just laughed at Diane. I know. I'll tell you about Diane afterwards. She loves me, she does it.
But like, all these other like slimming things that I've done, Weight Watchers, Cambridge, Slimming World, you know, all those sorts of things. It just, you know, I'm not going to badmouth them because that's people's choices, but but the relationship that you have with that connection of going out or trying to, you know, have a treat is it's a bad thing, and food is a bad thing, and being sociable. Well, you can only be sociable, but only if you take your own stuff with you, and you can only be sociable if you don't, you know, have sugar in your tea or whatever. Do you know what I mean? All these things, you think, oh, all right then. And it just it gets in your head. Whereas with what we do with you is that it's just like, you know what, this is what happens. Life happens, and you need to enjoy life and not like feel like you're restricted. Because the second you feel like you can't have something, you're restricted, you just go off the deep end. And then you end up and make it 10 times worse. So
and saying obviously about movement, you literally just upped your steps. So it's not, obviously, I think with me being a PT, I think people expect me to go into like boot camp mode on them and be like, you've got to do these exercises and you've got to do this, and it is just movement. So obviously if you want that, I can give it to you, then that's not a problem. But at the same time, it's, you just literally did your steps every day. I mean, obviously you had puppy in the time, didn't you? So that did help a little bit. But it was literally steps, but now you are actually going to the gym as well.
I am going to the gym, and would you believe it? I know. Would you believe it? So Sarah wrote me. So I had a gym membership when I first started working with Sarah, and I was like, right, to go to the gym, I'm going to do it. Like, I don't know anybody around here, but I'm going to go and all this. And you wrote me a plan, and you were like, gave me the how-to guide and showed me all the movements I needed to do and everything else. And I didn't go. And every week I said I was going to go, and I didn't go. And then I just started doing some walking with the puppy and everything else, and that was it. And now this weekend I've been to the gym twice this weekend. Did Pilates on Saturday. I did spinning yesterday. I've got a day off tomorrow. I've got a day's annual leave. I'm going spinning first thing in the morning. And actually, I am really looking forward to moving my body, like, instead of just sat in this position. But I didn't bust my ass at the gym. I didn't do any of that, and I still lost all of those centimeters, you know. And every week putting tape measure, thinking, oh my god, like, where's that gone? But it's gone just from drinking more water and getting more steps. That was it.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is now is it's not like anyone's making you go to the gym. You're going of your own choice. Obviously I gave you a plan at the time, but there was never any point where I said you've got to go do this plan. You know, you're now going totally of your own accord because you're enjoying moving yourself more.
Absolutely. And my confidence is building because I'm going to a new gym, not the other one that I joined. I cancelled that one and joined another one. Okay, so I'm going to Pure Gym now, rather than going to Bannatyne's, and I feel like there's less pressure for me to go because I'm not paying crazy amounts of money every month, but actually going and building my confidence by just starting for some classes, and I'm going with my partner's daughter, and her friend, which is really nice. And but then I've got the plan that you've given me, and I'm probably going to start working through that, but never any time. We used to laugh about it every week. Go, so have you been to the gym? And I go, no. And you go, oh, all right then. But I said, well, I have been out walking every day, and that was it. Do you know what I mean? So,
definitely.
That was
and I think a lot of people feel that pressure from me. They feel like, oh, I haven't been. Well, that's all right if you haven't been. And I think, it's realising whether you want to go or not as well. I think you feel pressured to go, don't you? Because you're starting a new regime, you want to lose weight, and you've got to get your diet. But for us, it was laying healthy habits down in place first before you've even set foot in your gym. And like I say, now you've done that of your own accord because everything else is ticked off.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does, Diane. Sound very familiar.
100%. And you know what? The thing as well is that I've always been guilty of trying to run before I can walk.
Yeah.
So, full of gusto. Okay, I'm doing a new regime. I'm doing this and doing that. Let's go to the gym. And I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. I work really hard and I don't want to have to go and do that. But you know what? Going out some fresh air at the end of the day and taking my dog out for a walk and, going out and just doing that. That was enough, and that was nice. And there was no pressure with that. It was just daily routine of me doing it, and now it's my choice to go. I choose to go. All right, I might go for a few months and then I might jack it in again. But my relationship with myself and my lifestyle and all that is so different because of what you've done and how you've helped.
And do you think that this has been the longest time you've stuck to anything? Because I know a couple of ladies that I speak to, it's yo-yo dieting, isn't it? Like, obviously, when you do shapes and things like that, you don't see it working, so you kind of give up. Then you go to something else and try something else, and you never kind of stick. Do you think that this is something that you're going to stay with? Do you see this as a lifestyle change now and not just 100%. A quick diet just to lose a couple of pounds?
100%. You know what? Like, I haven't even told anybody that I've been on a diet. I've told people that I've been receiving coaching, and I've got a personal trainer who's coaching me life, and that my results have been a part of a lifestyle change. So never has it been a diet. Never have I said any words of, I'm doing a diet, or I'm slimming down or whatever. This is just, I have changed my lifestyle for the better. I've now got a really healthy relationship with food. I don't binge and I don't starve and I don't do any sorts of things. Now I eat what I like in moderation and I move my body, and this is something that I see for the future. And the difference in me and the way that I am, and also my confidence of where I used to be. I used to be a very, very confident girl, and then had it knocked out for years. And when I, like I say, first came to you, I was on the floor, like, just crying. I used to cry to you, always like, oh my god, I was so sad. And now that girl, I don't even recognise who she was, because now I'm doing what I'm doing, and I feel happy, and I love it, and I just want to keep going and try new things, new recipes and bits and bobs, and like saying, move my body,
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I really am. You've done absolutely amazing, and I think, like, our couple of last sessions, we were just like gushing over each other. We were like, oh, It does so much. It does, I'm so proud, but it's so nice for me to see, you know, from where you were crying over your shakes. I am going to want a picture of them shakes in the bin. That is a definite.
It's gone. Hang on, they were under
Oh,
they're gone.
all right. I'll let you off. I was going to say, if that basket of shakes is still there, I want a ceremonial throwing out afterwards.
They went, I think they probably went week 2.
Good.
Week 2. I pulled them out and I just went, these have got to go. And I just dumped them in the bin and that was it. So, thank you, Diane.
Oh, she's so lovely. She is lovely. So, anyone kind of sitting on the fence of joining coaching with me, what would you say to them?
I'd say it's the best investment that you'll ever put into yourself, and you know what, there's no pressure, and I have to say out of it, you know, is that I kind of knew what to expect, but actually it absolutely exceeded my expectations, because I expected to have like the personal training element of it, of, you know, okay, so you're going to do this and you're going to train this way and all that, but actually what I got the coaching side of it was just invaluable to me. And so I would say, don't sit on the fence, don't be scared. You're like the nicest person ever. You're an absolute diamond. You've turned into like one of my friends, because you're just so easy to talk, no judgment, and no matter where you're starting from, then it can only go forward and it can only go better, because you'll never feel as bad as you do the first day you start. You'll only ever feel better. And so just invest in yourself. It will be the best thing, time, money, effort that you ever do, because you know what, it's not always about losing 20 stone, you know, or just about those small steps, like just bit by bit, just baby steps towards, you know, where you want to be in the future.
Definitely. And then look how far you've come. I'm so proud of you. I really am.
I'm so pleased to have just...
I know. Like I say, I keep seeing your little posts at the gym now, and I'm like, oh, look at you. You've done amazing. And, you know, like I say, I'll always be here anyway to pick up anything afterwards, and that's absolutely fine. But thank you very much for your time tonight.
No problem.
I am going to get away from the sunbathing. I go put my cousin up from gymnastics across the road. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everything. Thank you for allowing me to coach you. It's been an amazing experience, but well done. And I'll speak to you soon.
Speak to you soon. Lots of
Thanks very much. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.